This is Corolla Digital.
Alison Rosen. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison Rosen. Alison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little candy canes. It's me, Allison. This is a special, unusual, festive, holiday-themed, short, fan phone call-filled episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. It is now Christmas Eve. You're probably tucked in bed with a belly full of well, I don't know. Did you have a traditional Christmas Eve dinner? Do people have traditional Christmas Eve dinners? I don't think so. I think they just have Christmas dinners. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is this is going to be different than the other episodes, but it's going to be just as great. I am sure of it. Here's the thing. Gary and I have a lot of really great episodes in the can. That's industry lingo for, meaning we've recorded them already. And I was going back and forth about whether we should release them over these 2 weeks, the Christmas and New Year's weeks. But the thing is, the other shows on the network are taking a break. And plus, I don't know if you guys are downloading shows on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. But then some of you probably really do want shows. And I cannot deprive you of fresh content as fresh and festive and pine-scented as this. Hence, you get this. And actually, I think that I'm causing Gary just a little bit of heartburn maybe, because I don't even know what exactly this episode is going to entail. I have some ideas. I think it's going to be one Just Me or Everyone, one Hey Go Fuck Yourself, a lot of fan phone calls, and I need to discuss something first, which is I made a grave mistake. It was a huge error in judgment. Here's what happened. I was eating a salad. Daniel was going to throw away the crumbs in a bag of tortilla chips, and I said, wait, no, don't throw those out. Can I have them? And I turned them over. I upended the bag of tortilla shards into my salad, and I thought it'll be like croutons. One lodged in the roof of my mouth. I don't think it's there, but it scraped the hell. It's like I ate glass. Don't ever mistake tortilla crumbs for croutons. The flavor was great, but the pain is not worth it. And I feel like I've been yelling. And I think there's like a fine patina of mucus covering the roof of my mouth, but more than normal, creating a warm spot for it to heal. What I'm saying is I'm not in the Christmas spirit. I want to be. Are you guys? I feel, and maybe by the time this airs, I will be, because at that point all the shopping will be done, and it's like sort of like I am very nervous until I get on a plane and I know that like I'm packed and I'm there and I got through security and everything. Right now it's as if the holidays are a trip, and I don't mean that in a hippie way. It's as if the holidays are a trip and I'm still packing and I don't have everything I need. And so I am anxious because I just am worried about getting everything done in time. And I don't like expectations, which is something I should probably work on, actually, when I think about that. Because if you don't want anyone to have any expectations on you, then what that means is you should probably be setting the bar incredibly low for yourself. And I don't like that either. Anyway, but that's for the New Year's episode, the what I shall be working on in terms of me. But anyway, I should also thank you guys. We are coming on a year that I've been doing this show. It's still a little ways off, but thank you so much for listening and for commenting and for just letting me know that you guys are out there and that I'm not the only one who's a freak when it comes to certain things. That sounded sexual, and I don't even mean it in that way. I mean it in a Just Me or Everyone way. So actually, let's do a Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right. Now, usually I like the Just Me or Everyone's to come in via Twitter to the ARIYNBF Twitter account, which is the Alison Rosen is Your Best Friend. But occasionally people will email them. And because this is an unconventional holiday episode, I will allow the unconventional non-holiday email. This is from someone named Tina. And she says, I've had this particular just me or everyone ever since I can remember. I've asked a couple of friends about it in passing, and based on the bored and baffled looks on their faces, oh, Tina, I'm familiar with those expressions. I'm pretty sure it's a just me. Whenever I start ascending or descending any type of steps or staircase, even if it's literally only 2 steps, I have to start off with my right foot. Accidentally starting with my left pretty much guarantees an embarrassing fumble and sometimes even a full-on fall. Luckily, the following instances have only happened while going up a flight of stairs. Otherwise, I'd be in a cast of some sort every other year or so. Is it just me? I don't have that. I have a lot of things like that, like in general issues surrounding escalators, but I think I'm fine starting left or right on a staircase. Although, I have to go down a flight of stairs to get to my car, and every time I do, I think to myself, one of these days I'm going to eat it. And then I imagine the phone call to Gary where I explain that I will be late because I fell down some stairs. Yeah, that's sort of a just me. That pretty much before I go anywhere where I have to be there by a certain time, I imagine the horrendous things that might happen that would involve the phone call having to explain. But anyway, but I think that when I put on pants or tights, I have to start with my right leg. I'm pretty sure that if I were to start with my left leg, it would feel wrong and backwards, and I would get tangled up. Gary, stairs, pants?
When I put on tights, I always go with the right leg first.
That's smart.
Stairs, I don't think I have that, but in thinking about it while you were talking, I think I always start going up with my right foot in general. But I don't think that one's that big of a concern for me.
Yeah. All right. So, Tina, it is just you. And then she says, I don't remember which episode it was, but someone had written in one of these things regarding their habit of laying down a layer of toilet paper before pooping. If I remember correctly, everyone in the studio seemed pretty weirded out about it. Come on now, you mean to say that you guys have never ever experienced the surprising cold discomfort of toilet water backsplash on your tissues before? Oh, I most certainly have. I'm just saying that it never occurred to me to put down toilet paper. Okay. She said that person most definitely isn't alone, especially with toilets that have those blue hockey puck-looking bleach cleaners in their tanks. Sorry, environment. I'd rather use some extra TP than risk getting Clorox on my butt. So what that means is that you are going number 2 in a public restroom, first of all, which kudos, because a lot of people are unable to do that. And secondly, yeah, I've definitely had the unwelcome splash. I just never thought, why not make a little bed for the gift that I'm about to give the toilet here. Gary, you've never thought to do the toilet paper thing, right?
No.
Well, here's another thing, and not to get disgusting, but how much toilet paper are you laying down? Are you covering the entire surface? Because my fear would be that I would throw a couple squares down in there, and then they would move to the side, and then it would do nothing. Unless it would somehow absorb the shock, sort of like that little rubber thing you put in a tennis racket. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Probably not. So I'm going to need some answers. All right. I also think it might be time for a...
Hey, go fuck yourself.
That's right. Okay. Here we go. Allison. And the headline is... this is an iTunes comment. And the headline is Allison with a smiley face. So I think the person's trying to be nice. But, whatever. Please don't cut your podcasts in half. They are not as good that way. Are you trying to double your downloads? And I tune in when I like your guests, and sometimes I feel like you're mean to them. I felt bad for Jesse Thorne, especially. Okay. Well, this is good that this came up, although I wish it didn't come up in this 2-star kind of way. Remember, if you'd like to send in your comment for iTunes Comments of the Week, just leave me an iTunes comment and click 5 stars. It's a much more pleasant segment than this one, where I have to highlight some atrocity that I see in the world and cruelty. Okay. No, breaking the episodes up is because a lot of my interviews are long and wonderful, and I feel like if I were to upload a 2 hours plus episode, many a person would say 2 hours plus. I'm daunted. I find that daunting, and I can't do it. And the reason I say that is because there were times where that has happened. So I say, you know what? Let's just break this into 2 more digestible length episodes. And I think that people like the serial quality of it. I know that I do. But also, we are maybe at a certain point we will go 2 times a week. So this is sort of just saying, get used to it. You guys, my listeners, whom I love. But the real thing that I want to address in this is that you feel bad for the guests and you think that I'm mean to them. That is, it's so weird to me because it's actually something that doesn't really hurt. It more like doesn't make sense.
It's flatly incorrect.
Yes, it's weird. It's like someone saying that they don't like the shade of blonde I am. Like I'm just not mean unless I'm delusional.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt because they're not here. Mm-hmm. But that's just wrong.
I mean, I suppose someone... Well, I feel like for someone to think that I am being mean to the guests means that they don't understand when I'm joking. But the guests do.
Yeah, the guests
But even
all
my
get
jokes
it.
aren't really mean. I'm not a mean-spirited, joking person.
I would be interested to know if this person could point something out because I would imagine it's something they just didn't understand the context of. And I'm not saying anything negative about the person, but I'd like the listeners to know that that's just not the case. It really isn't.
Thank you. And then there was another one, actually, that I can't find now, which I don't know if that's because of the new podcast app, which I'm not loving, on iTunes, or if maybe the person left a new comment and so the old one went away. I don't know where it is. But anyway, it said that they didn't like the show because they think I'm ugly on the inside. Which, again, is like... No, I'm beautiful on the inside. It's the outside I don't know about sometimes, but my insides, it's like a geode in there. I'm joking, of course, but still, yeah, the fact that it's like, well, if you're a lot of things. First of all, I want listeners to feel as if they know who I am on the inside, obviously, because that's the whole point of this, is to communicate and to be transparent and to just hug everyone and have them hug me back, and we're all just connected in a giant embrace of honesty and speaking our mind and talking about things that people won't talk about and not being alone. That being said, most people listening don't know the real me, and so you don't know what I am on the inside. And I try to be a good person, and well, see, that just sounds like a jerk trying to justify like that I'm nice or whatever. But that's just that one. It's the same kind of thing where it's like, of all the things you could say about me, I don't think that's an accurate one. I don't know, Gary.
I agree with you. I think this person just misunderstood something.
Yeah. Then again, I do think that with people in the public eye, there's that sense that even if they put forward a really nice persona, that you don't know who they truly are. Because there's a lot of people where it's like you find out, oh, you work with so-and-so famous person. Oh, what do they really like? So there's this idea that people have this other side of them. But I'm pretty much who you hear and see.
Allison doesn't have that other side.
I don't
Not
have
on this
that.
show. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if you only listen to the Adam Carolla show, there's a slightly different side of Allison. But if you listen to this show, that's the side there is.
Yeah. Thank you.
In a great way. I mean that in the most positive way.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gary. All right. I do... oh, wait. I forgot to tell them the most important part. So people who don't know who I am and who assume the worst...
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. All right. I believe now it is time for a segment which we haven't done on the podcast yet. I used to do it when I would do this show on Ustream when I lived in New York. And it's called Fan Phone Call. People would send in their numbers, and we put them into a double boiler, and then the guest would pick one out, and then we'd call them. Oftentimes, we'd just get their machine. But I was like, I want to bring that onto this podcast. Unfortunately, the double boiler did not make the trip. Well, at least not yet. This is the maiden voyage of this. But anyway, naturally, there's a jingle from Trap Dog.
On a fan phone call, Alison wants to thank you all. On a fan phone call.
Just makes me happy to hear it. All right, first we'll be calling Logan.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak with Logan?
Yes, this is he.
Hi, Logan. It's Alison Rosen of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You don't sound as excited to hear from me as I expected you might.
I'm very excited.
So you're just being cool?
Yeah, I'm trying to play it off.
You're doing
is it
a
working?
fantastically great job. One might say too good.
Oh, no. I don't want to be too good.
I know. Could you try to act a little more like, oh, my God?
Oh, my gosh.
That's-
This is exciting. I can't believe it. I feel like I won the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Okay, I could use a little less snark. Anyway,
All right, I thought so.
well, that was good though, and thank you for answering. I was afraid that that not everyone would, because they don't know.
Yeah, it was a weird number. I'll admit that.
Well, so where are you, Logan? 618. Where is that?
That is in Illinois, Southern Illinois.
Is it super cold there now?
Actually, it's really warm, unseasonably warm.
Hold on a second. What does unseasonably warm mean in
that's
Southern
true.
Illinois?
Good question.
Okay, well, let me go outside and feel. I haven't been outside in a while. It's like 40 to 45 degrees right now.
Yeah, that is unseasonably warm. I would imagine it'd be like -6 or something. So what do you do? What do you do in Southern Illinois?
I work at Walmart and I go to school,
What are you studying?
nursing, and I already have a bachelor's degree in psychology.
Well, look at you.
Thank you very much. That makes me feel so good.
So how did you stumble upon this show? This is where I interview you about me.
Oh, that's no problem. Well, I started listening to the Adam Carolla show, like everybody else in the world, it seems. Mm-hmm. And it was right after you had started, I guess. I never knew the Adam Carolla show without you, so I enjoyed your show, and then
so one you could say that
yours came out.
To you, I am the Adam Carolla show, other than Adam.
Yes, I would say you. My favorite my favorite segment is the news. It's where I get my news most of the time.
Thanks.
Because I'm so busy.
Thank you. It's a lot of responsibility you're putting on my shoulders, but I appreciate
that's okay.
it.
I think you can handle it.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself well informed? Do your friends compliment you on how you're up on everything that's going on in the world?
Oh, definitely. They ask me, what news station do you watch to be so smart? And I say, no.
I like that. Yeah. Then do you? So then, what do you tell them? You tell them you listen to me on the Adam Carolla show, and do you also tell them that I have my own podcast?
I do actually. I tried to get all my friends on the Adam Carolla network that I know, and I think that I've converted a few so far onto the Adam Carolla network of podcasts.
Well, I hope you're pushing them towards, the flagship, which is my show in my head, my flagship.
Well, I'm doing my best.
I should probably explain to anyone that I realize that my show is not the flagship, but it's a ship. What goes in the water next to a flagship, Logan? Do you know?
A rowboat? No, that sounds terrible. Let's put it this way.
A dinghy. It's a dinghy.
Let's put it this. How about to say that Adam's show is the sail, and you are some other part.
The poop deck.
Okay, fair enough. If that's what you want to call it.
I don't know a lot about ships.
Me neither. I don't know fore and aft and
I know.
anything.
But do you know a lot about human anatomy?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I'd say so.
So why psychology to nursing? Like, how come you didn't pursue psychology or psychiatry?
Well, I was going to do psychiatry until I found out that grad school is, pretty darn expensive. And, I had already been in the pre-nursing program, as a freshman and sophomore in college. But I shadowed people and at hospitals, and I just didn't think that I was mature enough and ready to take on those kinds of responsibilities. So I changed my major to psychology because I've always kind of been interested in that.
Mm-hmm. And so now you've decided you're mature enough?
Oh yeah, I'd like to think so, but maybe if you talk to some other people, they might disagree. But
do you have to take a lot of blood?
I haven't had to yet, but
does that freak you out at all? I don't like needles.
No, the only part that I'm really nervous about is having to put a catheter into somebody else.
Yes. Which is worse? Which is more upsetting to you, having to put it into a man or a woman?
A man, for sure, because, as Gary can back me up here, that's like a nightmare. It sounds terrible.
That's hell. That's Joanne's Fabrics on crack.
Yeah, it's the worst. I don't know what kind of sick psycho thought that up. But
some people would call him a hero.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so, but it's like they have the condom catheters that kind of just flip over.
Right.
Those are fine, but
Right, but for
To go-
for
to go up in
surgery, for surgery, that's not going to be enough. That's just
I
for
know.
Michael Jackson or something.
I guess so. Only for the rich.
Yeah. Wait, why is this hero? Why is this a maniacal hero? Are we talking about the? I'm sorry, I tuned out for a second. How awful! Are we talking about the the upsettingness of having to run a catheter up the penis of a man in front of you, or the actual pain of having to inflict that on someone, which I think it is painful, maybe.
The former.
Maybe
Okay.
both, but
You meant the former.
The whole situation just sounds uncomfortable for both parties.
Yes.
That's all I'll say.
Yes, I had to have surgery a year ago, and I requested that here's what I know about catheters, in case anyone's wondering. For a woman, it's not painful to put it in or to take it out. Or the whole thing is just, it's not painful. But I asked that they remove it before, because usually they leave the catheter in and then remove it before discharging you from the hospital. But I asked if they could remove it before I come out of, general anesthesia, because just the idea of waking up and having a catheter in, even though I was totally numb, was too upsetting. And they were accommodating.
Oh yeah, I think that if you ask, most places will do that if they think that it's an option.
People don't even think to ask. They don't even say, "Well, I have a catheter." But
Yeah,
for some reason,
that's really a good point.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, Logan, is there a special woman or man in your life?
I am actually engaged
Oh,
to be married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Actually, I just went wedding registering today with my fiance. It was an experience, exhausting one.
How'd you propose?
Well, we have been dating for 6 years now, since we were just like the summer just before. No, wait, it was actually right at the beginning of junior year of high school. And, so we had obviously talked about it a lot. And one night we were just talking about it, and we were like, yeah, why don't we just do that? Why don't we just go and get a ring and make it all, get the wedding planning started and all that? And we kind of just did it. I know it doesn't sound very romantic.
So sorry, the way you proposed was, why don't we just do that?
Well, no, it was more than that, but I was trying to dumb it down a little bit, and
Right.
I didn't want to take up too much time, but
The show isn't exactly highbrow. Good to dumb it down for us.
Thank you. That's interesting. You know what? I know of actually a fair number of people where that is their story. There's not the whole, getting down on one knee or whatever.
I did get down on one knee, and all I got out were the words, "Will you?" And she said yes and started crying, so it was sweet. I mean, I think it was.
That sounds sweet. What's the ring look like? Oh, God, I'm turning into one of the... By the way, I'm not engaged or anything, but, I mean, I think that there's we're beginning to have these kind of discussions, and so now I'm turning into that person who's going to probably get a subscription to one of those stupid bridal magazines. Not really, but figuratively. Anyway, what's the ring look like?
Well, it's 3 princess-cut diamonds with white gold as the band, and the middle diamond is bigger than the 2 on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and then the wedding band is a wrap, which means that the engagement ring fits down inside of it, and it's got baguettes on either side, and then like little diamonds all around it. It looks amazing. I can tweet you a picture of it if you'd like.
yeah, do that.
Okay, I will.
Tweet us a photo.
I will.
All right. Well, listen, Logan, you have a great Christmas and New Year's.
All right.
And
you guys have one as well.
And tell your fiancé, right on.
All right. I'd just like to quickly note that you follow me on Twitter, Allison, which is amazing.
It
It's
is.
super exciting.
I find that surprising.
And then like a month ago, maybe, actually it was like in August, Dave Damashek mentioned me on the podcast on
He
Adam's
did?
show.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
mention a specific tweet that you tweeted or something?
Yeah, he did. He said a guy named Logan Keepis tweeted me and said, all this stuff. But it was amazing. I didn't expect it, and just kind of came up. It was about the guy that played Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World.
Oh, yes.
And how he got weird movie coincidences, yeah.
That's funny because Damashek was just on our live show the other night, and in the green room, the whole Boy Meets World thing came up.
Oh, really? Wow, that is crazy.
Now I'm thinking actually maybe it was someone else who brought it up. There's a lot of Boy Meets World chatter. But anyway, yeah. All right, well, thanks for picking up the phone, and best of luck to you with everything.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Okay, bye,
And
Logan.
It was great to talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay,
maybe,
bye.
Maybe not. Bye.
Bye. I don't know what came over me. I was just saying that I'm not mean to people, and then I was kind of a bit of, here's a word that I haven't heard, or I never use it, but I remember someone using it in college. I was kind of a rag. What
Did
is
you
that
go to
a
college in the
reference to?
60s?
No, I had this friend who felt that rag was better than bitch. Is it like but what kind of rag? I feel like
It sounds like a reference.
a reference to a sanitary napkin or
Yes.
something? Yeah. I don't find
That's not
rag
better
better
than
than
bitch.
bitch. I'd rather be called a bitch. I mean, I'd
I'm
rather
not. Gonna
not.
call you
Yeah,
a bitch
no,
if that's what
don't.
you're asking
Right.
for.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Well, see, that's the thing with fan phone call. Sometimes I think I'm nicer to the guests in person than I am to people on the phone. But I think of it as a fun-loving kind of assholery that comes over me. I don't know. But anyway, but I thought he was interesting.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, too.
He was very nice. So I can't say the same about myself. Well, this has been quite an unusual and special episode of Alison Rosen, episodito of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. I want to wish you guys the happiest of the holidays. I hope that you're in better moods than I am at the time of recording this. I expect I'll be in a good mood at the time that you hear this, but then hell, just assume I am. If you want to email the show, you can do that at ariynbf@adamcarolla.com. Follow me on Twitter at Alison Rosen. Follow the show's Twitter feed at ariynbf. Follow Gary at gpatricksmith. And if you're going to buy something on Amazon, why not click through the banner on my website? It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps out the show. That's AlisonRosen.com. And if you want, treat yourself for the holidays. You can get the God. I'm shilling so much, and it feels good. You can get the special bonus episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend live from the LA Podcast Festival with Doug Benson and Greg Proops, and that is in the comedy album section of the iTunes store, and it's $1.99. All right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you next week for another one of these special weird episodes, and then we're back to the regular long non-weird episodes. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Thank you for choosing the Alison Rosen show. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. That's right. That's right. Those good times don't seem to end. That's right. That's right. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now it's time to go. Hope to see you next time for the Alison Rosen show. Yeah! Yeah, Alison Rosen is your new best friend.
This is Corolla Digital.